Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to a brand new video here today, and this one is the last question mark challenge today for the Monaco Grand Prix, and this is actually the first last question mark challenge I think I've done this year for this season, so, you know, it's a good one to do. Monaco, one of the hardest places to overtake, and we're going to try and see if we can aim for the very top spots, because today we're driving with Max Verstappen in his Red Bull, so the aim should really be minimum the podium, and if we can manage it, maybe even that coveted last to first accomplishment in this challenge today. But this one being uploaded just after the Saturday qualifying, but I'm doing the commentary beforehand, so I don't know what's gone on in qualifying, so let me know what you made of that Saturday. Probably one of the, well, it is the most exciting qualifying session of the entire year in my opinion, a lot of people's opinions. And of course then for tomorrow in the race, let's see if in this challenge, in this video, we can do any sort of usual wizardry or jinxing things with, you know, like the winner, the podium, the fast lap of the Grand Prix, etc, etc. It's a 25% race, so no time to dawdle. We have to make the overtake stick when we first get to them, and that's easier said than done at Monaco. Let's get into it. It's going to be a flat out 25% race, one stop in it, soft to medium strategy. Here we go then to 5 red lights from last place on the grid, driving as Verstappen. The lights are out and we're underway. It is a great start versus the Williams and Alfa Romeo, as you would imagine, trying to dart around the outside of not only one but two cars there of the Haas and the other Williams of I think that's George Russell. Yes, we've got him, and Schumacher got caught up in that as well into turn one. We've got both Haas cars, so that's really decent. Up into P15 and behind Lando Norris in the one-off McLaren Golf livery special. Up the road, the Ferrari on the inside there. Sainz going side by side with Yuki Tsunoda. I think that is in the AlphaTauri. Yes, it is, but they made contact. Oh, Yuki Tsunoda and Sainz have made contact. Sainz and Tsunoda facing the wrong way at the hairpin, and that is going to be a full course yellow safety car, because two cars facing backwards. I mean, it's one thing to have one car facing backwards, but two of them is absolutely ropes in terms of having enough space to get around here. So the full course safety car is out then, so early yellow. And so we can relax a little bit. We've made good progress up into P13, got caught up then behind that kerfuffle with Tsunoda and Sainz. We didn't gain any kind of free advantages. I think a few other cars did, unfortunately, so a little bit of a shame there. But obviously that just, you know, we're going to have to make our lives even harder then, as we're now in P13 on the restart, gone green, trying to get a good exit and hang on the back of Lando in that Golf McLaren livery, but just can't quite get the exit. It's very difficult when you're, you know, any lower than like P8 at Monaco on the safety car restart, because you are in the middle of Raskas when the kind of track goes green and the leaders bolt, so it is very awkward a place to be. But now we're sizing up a move. Obviously the Red Bull superior downforce here versus the McLaren. Lando goes defensive and we're unable to make a move on the outside of Mirabeau. I was trying to line that up, but he was placing his car very nicely, but instead we have a very cheeky dive bomb at the hairpin, and he's got to back out of that one, and so we're up into P12. I said, you know, you've got to be aggressive when you're doing the last question mark challenge. You've got to drive very differently to how you normally drive in a career mode or any other race. You've got to be overly aggressive. You've got to just make the moves when they present themselves to you, and there's always going to be a little bit of roughhousing around the edges to get through, elbows out for sure, F2 style at Monaco, and we kind of get past Giovinazzi with that infamous Raskas dive bomb then, so already ticked that off the bucket list for this video. Are up into P11, so one position out the points. But look at this Schumacher. We overtook him on lap 1, and that's how much of an advantage he gained. He jumped so many cars when he ghosted through. So now Mirabeau re-overtaking the German up into P10, the points paying positions. We've got Lance Stroll, the Aston Martin, up next. So I think that's pretty good progress, you know. 5 laps, 10 positions, not too bad. Would have been more, I think, without the safety car, honestly, because we actually lost some positions in that. And as we go very wide and understeery, but that works out for us because it actually sets us up for a very cheeky move into Casino Square. I thought I was going to understeer into the wall there for a second and maybe lose a bit of my front wing, but we just about held it. And then the outside wide line there carried us through into a pocket of space where Stroll was going a little bit slow into Casino, and we just nipped it through down the inside and out through swimming pool, aggressive over the curbs. It's the Raskas dive bomb down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo, Rick Bobby, the old Red Bull teammate, and we get up into P8. And next up is Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel. Actually, Alonso pits. Vettel's up next then on the road in the Aston Martin. Ocon stays out as well in the other Alpine car. So Alonso trying a bit of an undercut there. Twitch of a screen freeze for good measure in Raskas. And they're coming in. Oh, my word. We've just nipped through down the inside. I didn't realise Vettel was going to come in. We're drifting about on the rear end as it came alight. The rear end is, we definitely made some contact with Vettel. Whether I actually caused damage, I don't think so, because the FI have not given me a penalty or anything, but we definitely got a warning there, because I fully didn't realise that he was coming in for his pit stop along with Ocon there. We nipped through to the inside of him as he came into the pit lane. That was astonishing. And Perez now comes in on lap number 8, so we're forced to go out for one more lap. I didn't actually technically want to, because the tyre wear is kicking in now on the soft compound, but we have set a purple last sector, so at least there's that. But the in-lap then is 2 red sectors, so not so great on that actual proper in-lap there. Would have rather have come in on lap number 8, but Perez, obviously being up the road, gets the first preferential treatment, as it would be. So now we're in onto a set of yellow wall medium tyres. Not a very particularly quick pit stop, 2.5 there, but I've been having some very slow pit stops on the F1 game, I must say, as of late in the last week or so, no matter what kind of video context I'm doing. But on the exit of the pit lane, we're now battling with, it looks like we'll be battling with Alonso maybe, and Mazepin, who's in the Haas, yet to pit in this race, I don't think. Alonso really giving us the good defence on the left-hand side, but we're going to swoop round and nip to the inside of the Russian driver as well and get up into P6. We actually do Alonso a favour though, as Alonso overtakes him as we push him wide, but Alonso gave us a pretty good fight there on the exit, but in the end we've got the grip in the Red Bull V, the Alpine car. Yellow flags though on the minimap, and Esteban Ocon is out, and it's because of this, and surprise, surprise, it's Mazepin that's involved in it, as he's side by side with the Frenchman through this entire section. You've got a few cars behind them into the last corner. Mazepin crashes Ocon into the wall, and the Aston Martin hits the back of the Haas and also caused some damage. There's a pile up there and a half. I think Pierre Gasly was caught up in that in the AlphaTauri as well. Yes, he was. And so that is a calamity for those 4 cars involved. 15 runners left in this race, 14 runners as Raikkonen is also out, and another safety car, 2 safety cars in a 25% race. Absolute chaos here at Monaco. This would be quite exciting if it does happen in real life, obviously, because, you know, Monaco's Monaco. It's going to be pretty dull, I would assume, as a race, but the safety car can always spice it up by bunching everyone back up. And that's going to make our race very spicy, because we did have a sizable gap to Bottas and Leclerc, but now we're right there. And not only with Leclerc and Bottas, we'll be able to then pounce on, hopefully, Perez. And I honestly think we've still got a chance, at least at P2. I don't know about P1. Hamilton looks very quick. Giovinazzi also out. So we've only got 13 runners in this race, but we may have a good chance at P2 maybe. Let's see what the pace is like for Hamilton on the restart. Never say never in Formula 1 is my favourite phrase as of late. And lap after lap in this race, we'll be getting more and more comfy with this Red Bull and finding the kind of best lines and how early we can accelerate through the corners. It's obviously a very decent car this year in 2021. So let's see what we can do then on the restart. We've got 7 laps to go, so it's a bit of a sprint race then to the end, but we're on kind of slightly worn tyres, not too much ERS to play around with, and also fuel, we need to watch out for that. It's a bit of a slow restart, can't lie, but Bottas is so slow on the exit of the chicane on lap 14, and we go around the outside of him through the left-hander. It's an absolutely embarrassing move for the Finn there, as he was so slow. His tyres definitely going off the cliff a little bit there, as he had a bit of an oversteer moment, and it just allowed us to get the exit, and now we're on the back of Leclerc in the Ferrari. His home race, he's doing well so far on a podium, but we're going to spoil the party for him. I'm sorry, Charles. And we're up into P3 in the podium position. Now, I would already call this a very successful last question mark attempt here, because it's Monaco. It's very hard to overtake, like we've mentioned, and you guys know clearly in real life. So I think we've done very well for P3, but we can do more. We've got 4 laps to go. 2.4 ahead is Perez, and he's going to be a bit slower than us, obviously, being Verstappen v Perez in the game. Even with the mod, Perez is a bit slower here than we are, so we can close up to him. We've set a purple second sector, green first, so losing a little bit of time in the first sector somewhere, but through the last few corners, Perez not doing us a solid here. We're clearly faster, but he's holding us up a little bit. He's obviously full position, and there's no team orders in the game. He set the fast lap of the Grand Prix though, so we are absolutely flying here around the Principality. Can we try and get it through to the inside, maybe at Mirabeau? I'm thinking that's where we make the pass. We've not got too much ERS left. We're on single digits, and also we're in lean mixture to save the engine as well as save a little bit of fuel for the end. But we go for the massive dive bomb at Mirabeau, and Perez gets a bit scared and starts locking up as we cross him on the right-hand side. So we're up into P2. So now it's just me v Hamilton, Verstappen v Hamilton, that is here around Monaco. That's probably going to be the battle you would assume in tomorrow's race, depending on how qualifying went today. All rather confusing since I'm doing the commentary before qualifying, but being posted after qualifying. So you guys know, I don't know, but I assume this will be the fight to look at around Monaco. But we've now got a screen freeze into Raskas, good into the last few corners, then onto the last lap of the Grand Prix, and we're pushing Hamilton through those final bends. This is it, the last lap of the Monaco GP. Can we do it? Can we get the accomplished last to first achievement here in this challenge? We're not close enough in the first sector to make a move, but in the last sector, we're wringing the neck out of this car. Harsh into the swimming pool chicane. We're going to line up this pass maybe into Raskas. Here we go. Lock up on the right. No contact made with the wall. Hamilton. It's a sublime overtake into the last bend, and we've done it. We've done it. The coveted last to first at the Monaco Grand Prix, driving as Verstappen in his Red Bull in the 2021 mod. Oh my word, what an ending, what a little tasty move on the inside there. Had the confidence on the brakes with this Red Bull car. It's supreme in terms of stopping power. And we've done it. We've won Monaco from last. Some great overtakes with the help of 2 safety cars, I will add. If we didn't have the second safety car, I don't think we would have got first place. So I will admit, we got a bit lucky there, but you make your own luck sometimes. And also, Monaco's Monaco. Things are bound to happen, and it did. Chaos did ensue, and so we've got first place. So guys, if you did enjoy this video, hit the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Like I said, let me know what you thought about qualifying in real life, and what are your predictions for tomorrow's race. Come back tomorrow after the race and see how you guys did, and come back and tell me if we jinxed or, you know, got any wizardry predictions correct off the back of this one. Till then, hope you guys enjoy the race tomorrow, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Goodbye.